The interest has already started to flood through for Millwall's number 10, the man from Amsterdam, Mr. Zian Fleming. And you know what? I will eat my hat if he doesn't depart SE16 this summer. And I'm going to tell you the reasons why that indeed needs to materialise. Hello, welcome back to our channel. Please consider like, comment, subscribe and share as always. If you're a loyal lion and have yet to have subscribed, hit that red button. It really does help the channel out. And of course, hit that like button. It takes less than a second and it really does help the channel out in the long run. Right, just like that, it's a crazy few hours in SE16 since the season come to a close. This is Behind Closed Doors episode, I do believe. I get this right this time. 103. Zian Fleming. This is going to be more like a message, because like I said in my intro, this deal needs to happen. Zian Fleming, multiple news outlets, Richard Cowley went with it, a few others I've seen gone with it, and it is of course the news of Zian Fleming attracting interest from Premier League new boys Ipswich Town and two unnamed Spanish clubs. I've also seen Dutch giants PSV thrown in the hat as well, but I'm not too sure how much that rumour has legs on it. So look, Zian Fleming has been linked away. Look, I didn't really put a post out on this until late last night, because I didn't really want to. I couldn't really be asked, really, because we know this move for Zian Fleming this summer is pretty much inevitable. It's going to happen. You've probably got more chance of being struck by lightning than Zian Fleming staying for another season, unfortunately. Look, I hope I eat my word and I hope he signed a new 3-year contract, but realistically, that is not going to happen. That is not going to happen. Zian Fleming most probably will be departing the club this summer, and it's just down to where he goes. Because, in my opinion, I think this is the perfect time to sell him. Because this summer is the final time, we can demand what we want in terms of the transfer fee we are going to get out of him. Yes, we can demand a little fee in January of next year, of course, we know that, but it won't be as big of a fee. It's not going to be a massive fee, but it's not going to be a big of a fee that we can still demand for him this summer. So if we want to maximise the profit that we're going to get from whoever he goes to this summer, we need to sell him this summer, in my opinion, because we cannot afford, I've said it multiple times on the channel in a couple of Zian Fleming videos, we cannot afford, in my opinion, to let him run down his contracts and therefore Millwall Football Club fall and go down the same road as we did with Jeb Wallace 2-3 years ago and let him depart the club on a free contract. In my opinion, I think we lost out and by not selling him to the Premier League and Burnley at the time, when multiple offers when Burnley had the multiple offers knocked back 12 to 15 millions rumoured to be, and at that point I commend the club for sticking to their guns, because we had a little bit more power, we had a little bit more a little bit more power is the right word, in having the chance to keep him. But this summer, like I said, is the only chance we got to maximise our profit that we are going to get for him. Realistically, I think we are fishing in the £5 to £8 million market now. I've seen fans on Twitter say we can still demand 15 to 10 million, 10 to 15 million. I don't think we can. Zian Fleming's not hit the heights of his debut season. He's still had a fantastic year. I think it's like 8 goals, 5 assists, something like that. But he's not hit the heights. He looks a bit laboured. He looks a bit like he's strolling around the park, or he looks a bit like he was strolling around the park. He had an impact, of course, but it wasn't as much of a strong impact that he did have on us in his debut season. Maybe he got found out a little bit. Maybe the championship standard has just got to him a little bit. I don't know. But look, I'm going to start winding this video down here. I think it's imperative that we cash in on him in this summer window, because if we keep it, I said this to a fan on Twitter this morning and all, if we keep him, it's all well and good keeping him, good. If he signs a new contract, fantastic. But he's not going to sign a new contract. Well, it's very unlikely that he's going to sign a new contract. And if we keep him until, say, January of next year, of course we're still going to be able to demand a fee for him, but the power will be therefore transferring, yeah, I got it about the first time, into Zian Fleming's hands. We cannot afford for the power to become in Zian Fleming's hand, because he could just quite easily wait there and sit his contracts out. We cannot afford to let what happened to Jeb Wallace 2-3 years ago unfold again. So I guess what I'm trying to say here, stop beating around the bushes, sell him, cash in on him, try and get a bidding war going is what I want the club to try and get into, a bidding war between these clubs. They've got the money to spend, and if we can get that bidding war going, at the end of the day, it's only going to benefit Millwall, because what we need to understand as well is, if we keep him until January, which we could still do, and contract talks could open up still, we got to give a certain amount. We got to give a certain amount of our profit to Fortuna Sittard. So we need to make sure we maximise the profit that we get from his sale, and give the reins to someone like an Eze to go and prove to us that he is the boy to step up to the mark to replace Zian Fleming. So I guess what I'm saying is, I think it's the right time to cash in this summer. I think the club will, to balance the books, especially with the news that we all heard with Japhet Tanganga potentially coming in. We're going to need to sell 1 or 2 of our biggest earners to balance them books, and I think Zian Fleming is going to be departing the club. I will be back if anything else develops on this. All I offer Millwall is get a bidding war going, maximise the profit, and I'm going to say thank you, and I'm going to wish him all the best for the future, because in my opinion this needs to happen. We cannot allow Zian Fleming to have the power come January. That cannot happen. We've done it. We tried to do it once with Jeb Wallace, and we cannot go down that road again. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because I think this is the right decision. I think we will see Zian Fleming depart the club, and I think it's better for all parties. I'm going to go and watch the football. A Bosch. Come on, you Lions.